having said that, there are still things that you can do to prepay your loan, right? You can pay an extra EMI, and that is a very powerful tool, right?
That's the biggest magic trick, Alex. Trust you me. If someone were to just do this one simple thing in life, it'll work wonders for them, which is whatever loan you have taken, just try and pay one extra EMI every year. If you were to just pay one extra EMI for the first 3 years of loan, look, first 3 years are extremely critical, right? If you pay one extra EMI for first 3 years of your loan, you would reduce 12.5 lakh from that same interest component.
Of that 1 crore loan.
Of that 1.15
If you're
crore.
talking about a 20-year loan.
20-year loan at 9% of 1 crore, you pay 3 EMIs extra. In 2024, pay one extra, 25 pay one extra, 26 pay one extra. That's it. And end of the year, I'm assuming, every December you pay one extra EMI.
So you're talking about 3 lakhs that you pay extra over and above what you would have spent over those 3 years. And you're reducing your interest costs
by 12.5 lakh rupees. 12.5 lakh rupees, right? And I'll tell you why this magic happens. It happens because for the first 3 years, Alex, out of the overall principal component which you have taken, you are only paying 4.3% of the capital which you have taken. So if you've taken a 1 crore loan, you're just paying back 4.5 lakh rupees. Out here, I'm assuming an 8% interest rate. The computation is based on an 8% interest rate. But give or take, you're just paying around 4.5% of your principal back. Rest, everything is going only for interest servicing. The first 3 years are actually
because that's how your home loan, basically all loans are constructed.
Yes.
In the first half of the industry or of the repayment cycle, your interest component is high. So imagine it as 2 lines that are going and crossing somewhere in the middle, and you have the interest cost as much higher in the start and the principal much higher at the end.
It's only up the middle of your tenor,
which is equal.
And that's exactly what you were referring to. That the first crore, when you're building your SIP book, the first crore is extremely difficult to make. It almost takes you 8 years, right? If you're doing a 20,000 rupee SIP with some rough math behind it, and the second crore comes in 5, and the third comes in only 3. That's the 853 rule. It goes the opposite way in this thing. The first 3 months you're just paying.
First 3 years.
So your first 3 years you're just paying barely any capital out there, right? So that's how
but there are a few practical aspects that I also want to talk about. Obviously, the bank is not going to be incredibly happy with you prepaying your loan. But then the rules have changed quite significantly, Mohit, over the last 2 decades, particularly over the last decade, where you shouldn't be charged to prepay your loan. That used to be the case before. So if your bank is making a fuss about you prepaying your loan, that's a red flag for you, right?
That's blasphemous, honestly. If any bank is charging you a prepayment charge for paying back your loan, I think the first thing you do is take away from that bank.